2025 priorities. And as of now, all the countries are committing for the longer-term supports. So we're thankful for it.
Are you worried what can happen in January when Donald Trump is becoming the president of the United States again?
No, I think it's American people choice. We respect it. United States is a partner of Ukraine, partner of United Europe, and its Euro-Atlantic partnership is very strong, so we'll be much stronger.
Thank you. SVT is the next question.
Good morning. What do you think about the possibility of negotiation with Russia within the near future?
We should focus on President Zelensky's peace formula, which united more than 100 countries, that set up the principles, that set up the verticals, and items for 10 items, 10 chapters that we need to finalize. And then there was a proposal of victory plan that has a defense package for Ukraine to defend its territory, and a package for the deterrence. So at this stage, we need to continue to discuss it through strength. The peace through strength, that's the only language Russia understands.
Regarding January and Donald Trump, what are your thoughts on Zelensky's comments that the Ukraine will lose the war if you don't have the support from the U.S.?
We have to be strong. We always try, as civilized people, to divide each other. We're in unification mode. Transatlantic is a huge alliance, and we should show that we're protecting our alliance, our values, and we are strong. So that's why we need strong, let's say, proposals. So at this stage, U.S. should be besides us.
Ja, är det okej om jag tar det på svenska, en fråga till Paul Jonsson rörande det här nya stödet som presenteras idag för långdistansrobotar och drönare. Vad kostar det Sverige och tillkommer det till de här kostnaderna för 2025-2026 som du pratade om innan?
Precis, så vad vi har haft diskussioner om idag då, det är ju utformningen av vår ram som är 25 miljarder nästa år och 25 miljarder efterföljande år. Och vi kommer att återkomma i januari med vårt 18:e stödpaket, och då kommer vi också allokera resurser till detta. Men detta kommer att produceras i Ukraina utav Ukrains försvarsindustri och finansieras utav Sverige. Och president Zelenskyj har sagt att de extra mycket efterfrågar finansiering just utav långräckviddiga vapen och långräckviddiga drönare.
Finns det någon siffra du kan säga liksom ungefär vad det kommer kosta Sverige med det här stödet?
Vi ber att få återkomma den när vi också presenterar det kommande stödpaketet här. Men när substantiella satsningar kommer att vara på stärka den ukrainska produktionsförmågan just på de här två områdena.
Jag har också en fråga till den på svenska, men okej. We have two data cable breaches that happened last weekend in the Baltic Sea. Some of your colleagues in Europe call it a hybrid attack, while US intelligence sources suggest it was an accident. What is the Swedish government's position?
Well, I don't have any further comment that the government has already provided. Now this is a police inquiry. They're investigating as a possible act of sabotage, and now it's in the hands of the police authorities. So I have nothing new to provide to what's already been stated from the Swedish government.
Yes, a question for you. Ukraine has, in the past, expressed desires to receive Swedish fighter jets. How do you see the possibilities for Sweden to send JAS Gripen to Ukraine?
Sure, if I may, that was also part of our conversation today, of course, what we're doing in the Air Force coalition. And and a donation of the Gripens is not in the hands of ourselves. It's pending on export licenses and also on the other actors in the Air Force coalition, that predominantly Denmark, Netherlands, and also the United States. They have advised us to wait to donate the Gripen until it goes further with the F-16 as well. So now our focus has been on delivering of the IRI platform as well, which is a command and control platform that can control the F-16s and so. We also are doing donation to something called the Jump Up Fund, which is a fund inside the Air Force Coalition, so providing weaponry to the Air Force Coalition and also ground-based infrastructure. And I should also say, of course, in our last packages, we did provide the material sets for up to 14 platforms also to have the freedom of maneuverability to donate the Gripen if it would be possible. And the 2.5 billion Swedish krona set aside for that. Sorry.
To both of you, what's your thought about the ballistic robot which Russia
fired yesterday?
Kristen, do you want to start?
Can you?
Yeah, of course. What's your thought about the ballistic robot which Russia fired or tested yesterday?
It's already a second time they escalate more within this year. One when they send the DPRK soldiers contingent in the, now they use the missiles. So at this stage we're working on increasing the capability, air defense capability, and we're working on replying.
We've seen throughout this war that Russia systematically is attacking your critical infrastructure and civilian targets as well, which is not in accordance to international law, which is very, very critical of. This seems to be some kind of signaling from Russia as well, and trying to discourage us for supporting Ukraine, but that will not work.
First question about the Swedish aid to Ukraine defense production. Will Swedish defense industry be part of that in any sense, or is it just Swedish money being sent to the Ukrainian defense industry? Mr. Johnson, you may answer in Swedish, please.
Dels handlar det om den danska modellen som vi redan har bidragit med 200 miljoner kronor till, och då var det för att stärka produktionen av artilleripjäser i Ukraina. Och dels så handlar det om direkt industrisamverkan mellan svensk försvarsindustri och möjligen också ukrainsk försvarsindustri, och eventuellt också etablering av produktion i Ukraina. Det är därför vi också kommer att träffa representanter från försvarsindustrin i Sverige här senare under eftermiddagen också.
We're thankful for all the donations and the support from Sweden, and we're working now with the minister to adjust our both capabilities so that we can create capabilities that could be in use of both countries in security and defense. And we're providing also to your industry the opportunities. As Ukraine, we are ready to provide you a 10-year agreements, long-term agreements for your investments. I think we are fast in making the scalability of some of the Swedish products in Ukraine, and we're working with your industry now.
If you go back to the map that's been circulated, which is supposed to be Russia's sort of future plan for Ukraine, and it's also rumored that they wanted to discuss with upcoming President Mr. Trump. What's your reaction on that, and what do you see in the future if Russia starts discussing with Trump from such a map when reality is something different on the ground?
We're thankful for bilateral support that we have in U.S., and U.S. was always compliant with international order and international recognized borders of Ukraine in all of the resolutions, and we continue to work with U.S. on this stand.
A last question. According to Swedish broadcasting company sources in the Ukraine armed forces, the Frontline is quite fragile right now, and there's a risk of a collapse in certain areas. What can you do to avoid that? What are you doing right now to strengthen the Frontline when it's obviously very fragile and military commanders are afraid of a collapse?
This is like 33 years I hear this story, that we always have to collapse somewhere. So we're defending our nation. More arms will come. More fiercely we would outbeat all and repel all the attacks. So daily there are 160 to 180 engagements daily. There are more than 100 missile attacks, more than 100 kamikaze attacks per day. So, and we've been doing it for the last 1,000 days. So, as I said, the situation is hard, but it is under control. Russian propaganda is using all the opportunity worldwide to manipulate, to falsify. We are on the ground, and we are defending our country.
Okay, thank you very much. This concludes this press event. Thank you.